Okay, it's Rexy here. I'm the guy who actually did World First 100 last season in like 24 hours. And well, I also happen to be a game designer for the game Hero Siege. So just so you know, I'm professional. Not that my opinion matters any more than some other people. So I will try to be brief. Like actually try to be really brief. I know others been doing deep dives into the notes and the stream they had, but not everyone has time to watch like 40-minute videos. So let's see what we can cook. The new mechanics seemed okay, seemed pretty basic in a sense. You kill stuff, you mix some things, and you kill more stuff. And then the graph thing seemed way too orangey. I'm pretty sure people will be annoyed by this because you have to like graph over ultimate mod, or then you have to graph for over random affix or prefix. And then there is also RNG with the legendary you can implement into the item. And we will see if you actually get to like use this early on, or if it's one of those things that only those who play for like months will get to use it. We'll see. Kind of excited, kind of not. We'll see. And then to the Erika, I really dislike the fact that they're restricting your gameplay quite a bit with this. Much like the Bing 2, you had to go for Spell Burst, or I don't think there was any other way to play the class. Maybe, maybe I missed it, but mostly you had to go for Spell Burst, and here you have to go for melee attack skill, which can't be non-channel, non-mobility, which leaves you with like handful of skills, which have been the same freaking skills for like last 2 years. They haven't really added anything other than the new combo skills, but I'm not that excited about those. So that's kind of my gripe with the new classes. I don't know why they wouldn't allow you to use like bows or guns, or maybe guns because it's dual wielding thing. But guns, like, sure, it's not probably optimal or thematic to actually blink in and use two guns, but why not? I think it would be pretty cool. And it would also open different builds for people. But they decided to go with this route that they just enforce you to use core melee skill. I never was really fan of a Flicker Strike anyway, but this is boring. That's my take on the new Eriga. I actually haven't even read this, or I read it really, really briefly, but uh, kind of like it. I think this can be used with other classes as well, because okay, well, or like let let's actually read this. Yeah. Uh, 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 uh. Well, this is nice design. You can actually use this in multiple places. It's better than the enforced spell burst thing. Well, always when you can use it in like multiple aspects, it's a good design. When it's like enforced to a spell burst, and then there is a spell burst class, that's just like way too tunnel vision or way too like enforced in my opinion. This I don't even want to read. It's probably gonna be OP as usual. That's how it goes. I don't know. I rarely pull level 6 pets because it gets expensive. Then the gear. The new chest looked awesome. Really tanky. You get ton of block, and I think you can do quite awesome stuff with it. But then again, you're giving away a chest slot with 0 stats, so depends. Well, the Tangle, we will talk about it later. More Tangle stuff. And this is probably just insane stuff for the Erika 3 into the troves, which, once again, they should be going through the troves, because like the new classes have insane items there, and stuff I've been testing out, they have such a sad items. And I know that Andre promised at some point that they are going through the troves to actually get like all the classes on par with each other, but we'll see. Hopefully you check this in the video. I personally haven't tested the combo skills. I don't really like the style. I don't think it really matters if it's a combo skill or not. It's just you will anyway just spam the same button. You don't like actually do any actual combo. You just it just works a little bit differently. This new Shockwave Warcry thingy. Well, this is for the combos as well. Probably combo players will use this. It's a good Warcry. Well, new oilment auras, ailment. Well, these are more than welcome due to them actually like changing all the elements how they work. And I think this is kind of huge because if I read right, it's gonna be really hard to or tough to get actually the like 100% ailment afflicted. Then we have the Tangle, which is like the what they were calling PoE brands, yeah, the spell brand. Really fun because most of the spell casting has been like only for spell burst. You had to go for spell burst. Now you have actually Tangle option as well, which I'm probably gonna play on my seasonal start. These are all nice. And then these are just the supports for the combo skill. They looked kind of awesome, but still not awesome enough, maybe. Or I don't know. I just don't really like the combo. Oh, we're not gonna go through this. There was a ton of, or actually, yeah, these are kind of interesting because you now you get the like wilt damage early on instead of like getting ultimate mode or whatever it was that you had to get for the skill space damage to apply as a trauma or ignite or wilt damage. So now you can actually play the ailment builds early on. Then again, they did remove the freaking reap support, which once again makes it really hard to play the ailment early on. Unless they actually want you to play it so that you don't reap the damage, which I don't know. This necklace was insane, if I recall it right. Plus, you got it from maybe True or no, not that one actually, but yeah, it was still good. I'm not sure why they removed this. Maybe because they added the one ring which can now roll the Demolisher mods. Oh, and they did actually remove this helmet. Still, this still shows in the TLI DP. Lol. That is the one that gives you like more trauma stacks, because they want to have like they want to have a difference between ignite and the trauma, and you can actually get more ignite stacks than one, but trauma you these days only can get one. And then there is some adjustments. Lone Walkers got nerfed a little. Nothing surprising there. But there might be insane things with the grafting if you can actually get like 2 Lone Walker buffs in a one item, etc. There, I think there wasn't anything super special in the item things. Well, they're nerfing movement speed and they're changing pretty much how numbered works, that you actually get it easier, if I recall right. With the one support, your every hit will inflict numbered. So pretty much everyone can get numbered without going for the Thunder Spike, and it's support. I might have overlooked something here, but I don't really think that anything stood out for me, like being super build enabling. I guess this is the. Is this the ring? Yeah, this is the ring which can roll now, like the Shadow mod or Demolisher mod or the Steep Strike mod. This is somewhat interesting and will probably be insanely expensive to get the good roll and the roll you want. No, nothing interesting with this. Some changes to hero memories. Talent changes. I'm not sure if there was anything really surprising. I'm pretty sure there is a ton of like ailment related stuff, but I rarely play ailment builds, so I'm kind of noob when it comes to those. This is actually nice. I'm real injury buffer enjoyer. Getting this and doubling it with the prisms or something will be nice. and or getting it in the slate actually. Holy heck. Gonna be awesome. I love injury buffer. I think it's one of the best defensive layers. Mm. Oh yeah, this one on dealing lightning damage on hit, inflict numbed. So you actually have like 100% numbed. So you will get with this talent only, and if you have lightning damage, you should be able to get 50 more damage. Actually, more lightning damage because they changed how numbed worked at one patch. But anyway, it is really easy to get numbed now. Or did they actually change it? Oh yeah, we're not gonna try and find it now. And then there was some more trauma things. And more ailment changes. Those who enjoy the ailment builds can dig deep in these. I will just ignore them because I'm a noob with the ailments. I have played them, but I'm mostly copied the builds, and I don't have the balls to actually try and make one work right now. These are the tangle changes actually, or tangle passives you get now. I think this was in Arcanist, and this is like Goddess of Knowledge, if TLI DB is right. So it is nice that you can actually get them both. Then there was ton of like, well, said to the ailment changes, the frostbite stuff. But I'm not gonna once again dig deep on these because it would require their own video to explain every of the changes. But it is pretty much if you wanna go frostbite, go Gemma 2. All this got nerfed a little. Combo stuff. Some nerfs. Some defensive nerfs actually. Even these. I guess they nerfed them because you can get them in belt or something pretty cheap. But this one actually was a really big one. I don't like it because now you're enforced. I don't know how early you can actually get like reaping ones, but if you play a class that don't drop ones in the leveling phase, you will get the reaping in like maps. So it once again restricts your playstyle a bit. Even though I guess everyone levels the campaign with the like skills and weapons that are designed for the class, so to say. But yeah, it's this might hurt a ton all of the element enjoyers and MC enjoyers. These ones probably have something to do with the frustrating changes. I actually didn't really read. This is a good thing. I actually play with the pad quite a bit because the auto aim is so cool. But I hope this actually helps PC players or like motion keeper players. Probably required a little nerf. The shadows are pretty insane. This totally understandable. They want a little bit slow down people. It doesn't really affect that much. It does, but like I did my leveling with the blink and the 2 charge blink, and I did campaign with most of the classes in like 1 hour 10 minutes. Sure, if with this tech you could do it in like 1 hour, but honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do it 10 minutes slower. This I don't understand. Maybe it was too easy to play with the whatever the barrier amulet is. Phoenix? I don't know. The one anyway that you have barrier and you deal damage to yourself. Now you will have to get like the chest plate, which is once again I think might be ultimate mod that it will deal damage to you. Not sure if you were actually able to block this damage, then I can understand this change, but I don't know, this was somewhat build enabling and now it's killed. Don't really like that. Nothing interesting here. War cries. Serpent Beam got really gutted. I'm kind of surprised that they just slammed the damage identical on every, like, why do you even have a combos? Okay, the skill does a little bit different stuff, but I don't know. And then I checked all the supports, they also got a little bit nerfed, so we'll see how Serpent Beam will do. I guess it was insane skill last season. I didn't actually test it that much. Ring of Blades, we might actually see people play this now. Mind Control got gutted pretty heavily. This is actually like 6 meters seems really low. And you need the support to actually fix the AoE in this now. This would have been nice, but since they took the reap out of everything, or the reap support, might not be that cool. I wanted to maybe play Rosa with Path of Flames and the reap early on. Sure, you get him from the ones, but still it was, well, everyone was using like 3 damage skills with the reap, so we'll see how the ailment builds were doing this season. No idea, no idea. I shot changes little buff and then little nerf due to the frostbite changes. Chain lightning got guarded pretty heavily, which is okay, I guess. But I'm still not sure if this is too much. We'll see. I played Yuga a couple times and sure it was fine, but I don't think it was that insane that you need to take it down like, is it like 25% or something? I don't understand. There's no longer refresh cooldown when causing freeze. Now refreshes cooldown when causing freeze. Okay. I guess the only thing is just the cooldown addition. Not sure if this matters at all. Delayed ban buff. Buff. Like I was talking about the ailments that they've reduced the chance quite a bit, so it might be hard to get 100% these days. Like they reduced a ton in things. Like holy heck. This I have no idea why. Did someone actually make it work? I tried it on Yuga, and the Yuga illusions actually had their own thunderbolts. I don't know. I thought it was bad, but maybe I was bad. These are really like odd changes. Don't really matter. They're just wanting to make the patch notes bigger, I guess. I have no idea about summons, so I'm gonna skip. This is also like the ailment stuff, probably. Yep. And this is the free stuff. This was actually pretty heavy nerf, I'd say. But the Assassin tree now has a 50% thingy. But what was it called? I think they actually, like, if this shows right, it's only 5.5 more damage now, and it doesn't say anything here, so I'm not exactly sure what to believe. But this is actually pretty heavy nerf. Like now you're somewhat giving up a support slot for the conversion, and then you will also have to get like Assassin or get a Slate for the rest to convert. But then again, this also allows you to, if you don't want to convert at all, like different playstyle. So kind of cool in that regard. And this is one of those things that you get the like easier numbed. And this is just to remove this base damage thingy, because you can now get it easier on the weapons. I really want to see where the ailment stuff. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be either giga busted or really bad. Someone will make it work, that I know, but we'll see. I have no idea with this lightning orb stuff. I bet I missed something. But yeah, this is the serpent beam stuff which I was talking earlier, and then the ring of blades could actually change it quite a bit. Still not sure if it's gonna work. 100% increased AoE. I think the AoE is like really small, so doubling it probably doesn't make any sense. Who knows? Maybe if there's some additional AoE somewhere, then it's gonna start scaling insanely. Oh yeah, more of these element changes. Really odd change, since you can anyway get the number now really easily. Just freaking, I don't know. More Mago stuff, and this is the mind control thingy that which allows you to get the AoE. Didn't actually read the Ring of Ice, but I know probably quite many players will play the Gemma too. Little buff here and little nerf here, which was probably welcome. This I'm not like sure, you get like a bit more cast frequency, but then again, no longer has quest. I don't know. I guess it was a small buff for Yuga. But then again, since they introduced the Tangle, does anyone want to even play Yuga anymore? And there is anyway better spell burst character, which is the Bing 2. So Yuga is like falling off quite a bit, I think. Unless the Tangle Yuga tech works, which I will test in the season launch. This is more ailment stuff or damage over time stuff. Played it a couple times, but I just took some guide, so I'm not gonna comment it. I don't. Well, this doesn't really matter. You anyway have with the current num changes, you will have like permanump then stacks. I think. Holy domain. This was actually Rosa got some buffs. I think. Yeah. This is actually quite big, or at least quality of life. And I think the mana stacker or Rosa 2 got little nerfs. Oh yeah, Thea 3 got actually quite a big nerfs. This is actually huge, and they also changed how the explode work. You can't scale it anymore, and I think when I checked someone's video stream, it was like 125% of the monster's life, which sounds high if you think before. But I don't really know. We'll see how the explode works. All I know that the new Prism or old Prism, but the crushing blow has 250, which is like twice the amount, so not sure. And this was actually like kicking the nuts. Removing the move speed is really, really disgusting. Like you already get like minus 30% if you play MC, and now you're losing 20%. So you're gonna be a snail. It's not cool. I don't really like them like removing the movement speed so much. I understand that they don't want people to zoom so fast, but people want to zoom. So I don't know why not let us have fun. There were some nerfs to Bing too, as usual. You will always see nerfs to the newest clashes, and the newest clash will always be insane in the beginning. Or well, Bing wasn't that insane, but anyway. These were kind of nice changes that you actually get some of the skills early on, like the Thunder Spike. Now you don't probably need to mule it. You can just level to 14. And same with the MC, but you won't be playing MC on level 14 because you don't have a Reap, and it's gonna slow you down 30%. So that's that. The Gemma 2 changes. TLDR, I think someone calculated that it's gonna get like insane amount of damage multipliers if you just get the full frostbite rating. But then again, it might take time to build up unless you get some skill that actually builds it up really fast. Not sure. Probably gonna see a lot of play. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be super strong. I want to avoid it because I know everyone is playing it. Some changes to number things because number chances or number is so easy to get. They changed to like numbered effect instead, I guess, which is nice. I think the Erika 2 likes this change. Nothing. Nothing really amazing here. Oh yeah, this tangle thing could be awesome. This is what I really like, that they actually changed most of the ethereal prisms to work in any of the trees, so you actually don't need, or you don't have to like make your build around X talent tree due to you wanting to get exact prism for it. But this is actually kind of funny that it shows here like minus 100 additional empower skill and defense skill effect. And then in the video, and I think even in like TLI DB, it shows like plus 100%. If it's plus 100%, then this is absurd. Like this is insane. But I'm pretty sure it will be the minus 100%, which makes it it's still good, I think. Yeah, it's still really good actually. You just need to use ton of different war cries, but you can at least always pretty much use two, so then it's like 70% additional attack damage for 8 seconds, which is nice. Of course, you have to sacrifice these, but anyway, the cries are taking a couple slots. But I think this will be really used. Not sure what this even means. Like, what will be Scorch? Is it just term? I'm annoyed that they use the same word as like the curse, which is called Scorch. Not sure if this is like the what POE had, that the Ignite and Scorch. Maybe. Maybe it just like it doesn't matter what it's called. What it does matters. Probably gonna be used. And this is, I think this is the one that you can actually craft yourself. But most of these just got this one. Replaces one core of any advanced talent panel. This is huge. You're not locked to the talent tree like I was speaking earlier. Unwavering War Fortress obviously got nerfed. I'm pretty sure it's still quite okay. Only thing I'm wondering, since it's barrier now, you can actually probably scale the barrier with barrier scaling. So the fact that they dropped it from the 7% to 2% doesn't really matter, and you still kind of get like 2 million armor, so even the 2% is still quite nice. But not sure if there's some underlying issues with barrier otherwise. So probably will be way cheaper at least, and I still think it's gonna be really good. There was no nerfs to the armor stacking for some reason. This was changed totally from the wannabe flicker to something else. You can read it yourself. This just took small nerf, and for those wondering what this like, I think it reads somewhere like core projectiles. Yeah, core ranged horizontal projectile skill hits. This means, or at least what I tested, it's like a attack skill pretty much with the bow, like not spells. Spells don't work with this, or at least didn't work last season. We'll see if that wording changes it somehow. Other than that, there is well, this got little nerf. I was really wondering about this. I guess people mostly used for the crit strike, and not like the actually the damage. This is really good that the spell ripple thingy is now global as well. I wanted to use it on some builds, but the enforcement we just had was, yeah, Goddess of Hunting and Goddess of Knowledge and God of War. I I couldn't make it work with those last time I tried. Mm, I think most of the changes on the prisons were okay. This I don't understand. It's identical. Maybe could have used some buff. I don't know if anyone actually found use for it. I tried but failed. And this is the Crushing Blast. It got 20% nerf on the elite thingy. This should probably be enough to make it really good anyway for the clear, and 25% is quite a nice chance. This was, I think, one of the most used one last season. And then this was twice here, I think. One for All was the first one. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what these are. Okay, my cell phone is trying to wake me. I wanted to take a nap, but instead I came to a video. Inverse image. This is. I'm actually really glad that these are in the core game. They were actually really good additions. Bug fixes. I think none of these were like anything. Okay, there was some allowed skills to be triggered without respecting their cooldown. I'm actually wondering with the Tangle, does it have to respect the cooldown? I suppose it does, but if it doesn't, then that's gonna be insane with some skills. And then there's like this duration damage enhancement, this whole element thingy once again. I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. Follow the ailment enjoyers. Someone will teach us the ways of ailment. And this is the explosion thingy. You can't scale it anymore. Yeah, here is the number thing I was talking about earlier. I think it was like more lightning damage, and now it's back to lightning damage taken. This is just wording changed on the reaping. Hero memories, I have no idea what even is like called ultimate hero memory. Is it like, is it just red hero memory? If it's, then this is cool that they're always dropping with a good affix or high tier affix. This probably good. Some of the affixes were like really insane early on. I think like the big things in the end of the video was the fact that you can scrap like the whatever the painting thing is, and you can get the supports from there. You can like re-roll them, so to say. So hopefully we will see some cheaper supports this time around. Then again, like the mistful ones, activation skills, that those will still be expensive unless you can actually scrap those as well, and they just forgot to mention it. But those were kind of nice changes. I don't know, the compass side got quite a bit changes. God of Might and God of Machines got changes. These are once again something that you can probably do a own video about, but I'm not gonna dig deep too much. I've never actually done like God of Might or God of Machine tree. Cube is like whatever. Watch Alkaiser if you want to learn ways of cube. Outlaw, yeah. I'm just pretty much gonna wing it, or maybe I will read these beforehand, but I'm probably gonna just do the very basic setup early on, and then I usually I don't really follow like which is the most profitable one. I play the mechanic that I enjoy at the moment the most and where my build excels. Some changes to compass and probes. Do. Oh, are these like new things actually added? No. Yeah, there was new boss as well. Yeah. I guess that pretty much wraps it. Things I'm really excited about is Tangle. I'm gonna actually play Tangle. I will probably avoid just saying, well, I'm not actually that famous that anyone would copy me, but I'm actually gonna probably play Iceland's Carino 2 Tangle. And I know people are getting debated by Gemma 2 playing Iceland's Tangle. I've tested it now a million times and it doesn't shotgun. Until I see proof someone making shotgun, then I will believe you. But for now, for my own testing, it doesn't. I just want to put it out there. Someone will get debated. I might at some point play Erika, but I'm in Erika 3. If I will, I'm probably gonna cook up some insane, like, whatever melee skills there were. I think it's Hammer of Ash, but it's gonna require so much investment to get it high. Get it to like 0.0, probably what you need for the Demolisher charge recharge speed, which is probably so high that it's not even worth it at that point. I'm pretty sure I will get the pack level 1, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how much I'm gonna spend this season. Overall, looks really interesting. Power creep is real with the graph thing. It's gonna be insane if you actually play it long enough to get like mirror tier gear where you have freaking two insane legendary powers in one item, and then you can probably equip even third one, or maybe you can't. Well, you can at least have two same power, which is it's gonna be nutty with some legendary powers. In TLI DP, you can actually find them. I think maybe graphed, or no, maybe it was legendary gear. Yeah, fuck, no. I think there was. You can find them here. I know. Well, Legolas made video about it. You can go check it. There you can find the legendaries you can use for the grafting. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice season. I probably won't be running for like level 100 because last time I burned out pretty bad. I played like 30 hours straight, and once you hit level 100, it kind of takes part of the game away from you when you're not like getting any more levels. Then you're just farming for currency. It's you wouldn't think because people anyway die so often when they're like playing casually that you don't even think that you're gonna get the next level, but it's still like something to chase, so to say. But once you actually are 100, then there is nothing to chase other than like farming items. So yeah, I burned out pretty bad instantly when I did the 100 run, and I probably want to avoid it this time. Anyhow, I will be streaming for sure. Join me, and let's see how things work out. Thanks. Bye.